Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
The Grammy Awards will be delayed due to the Omicron surge. I feel bad for Miley Cyrus. She already picked out a dress to fall out of. Russell Wilson may have played his final game as a Seattle Seahawk, which is why officials awarded him Seattle's highest honor, the Bong to the City. The CDC has once again revised its guidelines for people diagnosed with COVID. Their new recommendation? Rub some dirt on it and walk it off.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Social media gave everyone a voice. Wouldn't it be better if some people had laryngitis? It's the wisdom of Twitter. The most amazing tweets of the week. Twitter handles have been changed to protect the stupid. On Rock 107.
OBGYN 99 says, I wish we could choose our baby's fathers. She Done Grown Up tweets, I get to do my brother and his girlfriend's maturity pictures today. So excited. Simple addition to the greatness wrote, somebody born in 2020 will see the year 3000 when they're 80. That's wild.
The wisdom of Twitter.
Snoop Fan 22 asks, why does my mother keep telling me it's a dog-eat-dog world? Remedial mathematician tweets, ain't had time to play on my phone because I work 24/7, 5 days a week. Truer Words 570 wrote, owning a camera doesn't make you a paragraph.
The wisdom of Twitter.
Science fairest of them all wrote, my daughter just tried to tell me plutonium doesn't come from Pluto. At least she's pretty, huh? Digitologist 89 says 2 is the only number that has the same amount of letters as its actual value. And Doomed to Repeat It tweets, hope we don't have another Silver War. This is getting ridiculous.
The wisdom of Twitter.
It might be time to break out the asterisks. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Thanks to the extra game this season, several single-season NFL records could be broken this weekend, including most receiving yards, most passing yards, most sacks, and most interceptions. Now, of course, L.A. Ram receiver Cooper Kupp, who may break many of the receiving records, has already downplayed that due to the extra game, which I thought was great. Interestingly, the interception record was set all the way back in 1952 by Night Train Lane of the Los Angeles Rams. He had 14 picks that year. That's back when there were only 12 games in a season. Trey Diggs of the Cowboys would need 4 picks to get that record in 17 games. I don't think it's all that likely. I bring this all up because the NFL has got my Gramps all riled up again. That's right. I guess ranting runs in my family.
What in the gall dang world's going on with the NFL? I hear they got special helmets, special trainers, special rules where you can't even hit anybody anymore. When did they start letting girls play football? Back in my day, you put on your leather helmet with no face mask and you went out and maybe you got knocked out or broke your nose and they dragged you over to the sideline, you rubbed some dirt on it and you went back in. Those were the days. Here's what I think. Why doesn't the NFL put in a new rule where the players have to start wearing skirts? Bunch of sissies.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
After this story, I will definitely be following any dogs I see weird acting along Interstate 81. Cops in New Hampshire responded to a call about a dog that was on the loose on the highway on Monday. The dog then led them to a damaged guardrail and they realized its owner had been in a serious wreck. He and a passenger had both been ejected from the car. They had hypothermia, but cops found them in time, thanks to the dog, and they made it.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Northeast PA's Classic Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector. Time for a little fun on the phones. I'm calling a grocery store somewhere here in Northeast PA. I wonder which one. Get the manager on the phone. I tell him I'd like to redeem a coupon for some ice cream because they gave me the coupon after I completed the transaction. You know how it prints up at the end and you're like, yeah, great, I'm going to remember this. I'm calling a guy and I want my $1.50. It's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
This is Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, I'd like to speak to the manager.
Of course, this is him speaking.
Okay, I have an issue. I'm owed $1.50 after what happened last night, and I'd like to come by and get it. I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
I bought some ice cream. I went in line, paid for the ice cream, and just as I'm about to walk out, they hand me the receipt for the ice cream and a coupon for that ice cream. So I said to the woman, I said, well, I'll just apply the coupon right now. And she's like, no, you have to come back.
Correct.
I said, come back. I'm here right now. And she's like, no, you have to come back and another time and get more ice cream. Yeah, so she wouldn't take the $1.50 coupon. I had to pay the full $5. So I'd like to come by and get my refund for the coupon. I like to redeem it, the coupon.
Okay, so we're actually not able to redeem that coupon on that specific visit.
What does that mean?
So that coupon's actually meant for the next time you were to come in, you can apply that coupon to another ice cream purchase.
Well, I was there last night. Why not do it right when I'm there?
Well, because sir, the coupons actually print out after the transaction is closed. That way you can apply it to the next.
Why do you do that? I mean, don't you think it would be really helpful to print out a coupon I could use right there while I'm there in the store?
That would make sense, but that's not how. I mean, I'm not the one that actually does it and processes it. That's just how the machine and the register work.
Okay. Well, who's in charge of that? Because that's who I want to talk to, the real boss, you know?
Okay.
I mean, you're obviously, look, you can't pay me $1.50. I mean, that's going to shut the whole store down, so you're not the real boss. I want to talk to the real boss. Are you the manager or not?
I am the manager, sir.
Then manage to get me $1.50. And I'll hand you the coupon, and that's how we'll do it.
Come purchase an ice cream, and I would be able to take that coupon.
I did purchase an ice cream. You know what you should have done? You should have just printed out a paper that said, "Hey, sucker, you just lost $1.50, sucker." Ha 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 ha.
No, that's not what we're trying to put it off. No, not at all.
You are. It just seems like it's a bait and switch or something like that, you know?
It's not meant to do, though, and I apologize if that's how you're feeling, but that's not.
Look, just give me $1.50 and we're good.
Sir, I cannot do that.
You can.
I can do it towards the next purchase.
You can. $1.50.
As a manager of the store, sir.
I'm coming by for my $1.50. And if you don't give me my money, I'm going to walk over to your deli, I'm going to grab some chicken or turkey, and I'm just going to eat it right there. What are you going to do?
No, that would be considered shoplifting if you don't purchase it, sir. We cannot have you do that. Okay.
Well, I'm going to get my $1.50, so I'll see you in a little bit.
Sir, I'm just telling you right now, sir, if you do come to the store, we will not be able to do that. So I don't want you to waste your time and come.
I'll bet you $1.50 you're not even the manager.
I am the manager, sir.
No, you're not the manager.
I am.
No, you're not the manager. No,
sir, I am the manager.
No, you're not. I mean, look down at your name tag right now. Does it say manager on it?
It does, actually.
No, it doesn't.
It says my name and it says
it doesn't. Right. Okay. Very good. You know what you have managed to do?
What?
You've managed to keep your cool in front of everybody on Rock 107. This is not real. It's not real. It's a Prospector prank call, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, my. I was saying to I said, does this guy really want to argue over a $1.50 coupon of ice cream right now?
No. Come on, man. You guys always give me a coupon after I buy something. It prints out. I never remember to bring it back. Those coupons just go in the bags and end up in the garbage. It's a scam.
It happens all the time, and it happens to me, too. But I was like, this guy really wants his $1.50. Oh, my goodness. That's really funny, though.
Yeah, the numbers are going up and up. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and with the new Omicron variant, the cases for COVID, the trends just both going up, markedly so. With more and more cases of Omicron popping up, it's really nothing to sing about. Or is it? It's time for another quarantine on Rock 107.
My girl always refused to get a COVID shot, but now she has to get one to keep her job. Oh, Big Brother's out to get her. That is what she thought. But now she's feeling bad with a suspicious cough. Yeah, she blew it off and has an Omicron fever. She's home in bed and says it's bad luck. It really sucks. Now she's a believer in Omicron fever 'cause she's losing big bucks.
That was headquartered in Wilkes-Barre for a long time till the big corporate conglomerates bought it out. And that changed everything, even for Mr. Peanut. Now it's just a costume, a guy in a peanut shell walking around, and he can't even talk.
I'm nearly suffocating inside the Mr. Peanut costume while riding across the country inside a nutmobile. What has my life become? I'm just a shell of my former self. I hope these kids they hire as chauffeurs for this nutmobile are good drivers. I don't want to be rear-ended by the Wienermobile. Finally, I get a job because of my extremely skinny legs. My biggest fear while being dressed as a giant peanut, being assaulted. If I could only share that joke with the people, but they won't allow me to speak.
What's a yam bag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
You know, you'd think this guy would be pro-mask just for the disguised aspect alone. I guess not. Cops in Poland stopped a 45-year-old guy on Tuesday because he wasn't wearing a face mask inside a store, which is mandatory right now throughout Poland. Then, while they had him in custody, they realized he was a fugitive who was wanted for murder. He'd been on the run for 20 years and managed to avoid being caught until now. So the lack of a face mask did him in. I haven't seen any other details except that he'll now start serving out a 25-year prison sentence.
Nominee number 2.
Look, I know criminals aren't the smartest bunch, but how stupid is this? A 23-year-old guy near Seattle drove his Dodge Challenger to a car dealership last month, tried to steal better tires off one of the cars in the lot. He found another Challenger they were selling, put it up on blocks and removed all 4 wheels. Then drove across the street, put his own car on jacks and tried to swap the tires out. While he was doing that, someone called the cops. He had the new tires on by the time the cops got there, so when he saw them pull up, he dove into his car to try to make a quick getaway. But he didn't go anywhere because the car, the back of it anyway, was still up on jacks. A minor detail he apparently overlooked. They arrested him without incident, found a loaded gun in his car. It turned out he had 7 warrants out for his arrest, all felonies.
And the winner is
the thief who tried to flee the cops in a getaway car that was up on jacks because he was trying to put tires on it in the first place. You are the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Stay tuned for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Week right here on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.